We can go at it here, or at my place.
Hey! Cheated!
Take care.
Most hallowed fire.
Welcome.
What have you got? So...
By order of the hierarch, whosoever
was it
considers
that
their home shall burn alongside the
Let me out his wounds. Geralt of Rivia.
Knackered.
So long.
Welcome.
Up for a few rounds.
Welcome.
So,
One word's enough to send you to the street.
My dad doesn't like him so much. Let's go kill some monsters!
My health. That's all I ask. The best. No need to.
let me have a...
The butcher of Blaviken.
No loitering round here.
You've mistaken me for someone else.
You're the only one here.
him alone.
And who might you be?
Call me an admirer of law and order.
Made a mistake coming to this town then.
You're making...
And if we don't?
This man's not worth your efforts. His shop's drowning in debt.
You're right. Even looks like a...
I beg to differ. Don't even know why I bothered the bugger.
Go home, merchant.
I will.
Another drift of infantry.
Grand opening tonight.
Granity!
So, we start in G major, and
Well, well. See,
I love it. Especially,
Priscilla picked them.
well, I must... What about Rotlick? Did you get the placards?
Rotlick said he'd bring them on his own.
Great! The best way I can think of to promote the chameleon.
Never mentioned wanting to...
Rosemary and Thyme wasn't all bad, but it conjured... Chameleon's a lot better for a cabaret, apart from which it emphasized...
What about choreography?
We haven't. But Polly has. She's... Premier will have the audience on their feet. On their...
Guess everything's...
Soon. We start our dress rehearsal in an hour.
Thanks for everything.
Don't mention it.
Seems my cabaret dreams are about to come true. So, around to celebrate? I'm buying.
Why not?
That's my boy. The foreman mentioned he saw you and Priscilla talking,
He's all right.
and she say anything about me?
She said something that made me think she's not entirely normal.
What?
That you're responsible, got your feet planted firmly on the ground.
You're pulling my leg.
Not this time. One thing's eating me. How do you manage to get the loan from Sophronia?
Ugh, wasn't easy. She got so excited about our performance, I had to read to her for 4 hours.
You mean you didn't...
Are you crazy? She's late, of course. She knew how important this night was to me.
Of course she did. Probably just making herself gorgeous. Takes time.
So it's true. A woman's vanity knows no bounds.
Ask the dandelion. Priscilla, she's
What? Speak, man.
she's badly been attacked. They took her to Vulmerius Hospital.
Attacked?
Of course. Let's go.
Priscilla. Is she gonna live?
Well, I'd say that's certain. Her condition's critical but stable. Dandelion, correct? She uttered the name in her few moments of lucidity. I am Joachim von Gratz, head of surgery.
Enough of the courtesies.
A concussion, cranial swelling, incision into her larynx, and scalding inside the throat.
So this was no ordinary attack, no robbery.
Clearly not. It was the act of a demented mind, and not its first.
How can you know that?
I've seen wounds like this. They're not the kind one would forget, don't you agree?
No harm. You mean that?
This is Novigrad.
Geralt, I know I owe you Find him.
Don't need any convincing. Come on, Dandelion. Let's think about what we can do.
I would suggest examining the previous victim's corpse. It has yet to be autopsied. Doing so could very well provide some clues. No need to look astonished, gentlemen. As a surgeon...
Great analogy, but this tumor's not gonna...
I know perfectly well.
Easy assurance to make, harder to back up.
Look at this scar. Don't be shy.
A flail. Morningstar, maybe.
What do you think? A blow sustained at the operating table? No? Let me...
Think they'll let me into the morgue?
By the main entrance, certainly not. But you can also get inside through the sewers.
The sewers?
As often as required for...
Alternative treatments. Aggressive ones, I'm guessing. Interesting.
We can discuss this en route. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm. Ready and intrigued. I'll get whoever did this, Dandelion. Even if it's Hierarch Hemmelfart himself.
Thanks.
You lead.
So, preventive medicine you practice in the sewers. What's that about?
Hear that?
Been hearing it for a while. Draw your weapon.
Another takes its place.
I know how you feel, believe me. Where to now? Up?
Yes, it's not far now.
Priscilla, how's it look? Give it to me straight, no sugarcoating.
Her wounds will heal, but it's her voice that concerns me. Surely you understand what a terrible blow that would be to a Troberet. Enough to strip her of the will to live.
Any remedy for that?
I fear only your friend Dandelion can be of help on that count. Take the ladder. This is the place. Come, the quicker we take care of this, the better.
Why? Got somewhere to be?
Someone might disturb us. The coroner, for example. Or Reverend Nathaniel Pastodi. Very well. We seek the corpse of a dwarven woodcarver.
Looks like necrophage has got to this one. Human. Wrong body type. Let's keep looking. This isn't it. Calluses on the fingers, sawdust in the beard, clothes sticky with sap. Must be our dwarf.
Excellent. I trust you don't grow weak in the knees at the sight of blood.
Not a bit. Start the autopsy.
Where?
Let's look at his head. Hair smells like it's burnt, like he was in a fire.
Notice anything else? That his eyes have been scooped out, for instance?
Those burn marks I see in his eye sockets.
Yes, and some grey dust. Ash, it seems. Very fine.
Murderer gouged out his eyes, then put burning coals in the sockets.
So it seems. Looking at the wounds...
Let's examine the mouth.
Just like Priscilla's.
See this?
Indeed, so thin as to be knit.
A small, extremely
But why? The wound is too small to bleed, and there are signs of swelling.
Let's examine his torso.
What have we here?
Let's examine the chest wound.
Wait a minute, there's something else.
An egg from an amphibian. A salamander? Scorched but intact.
I attended some lectures in herpetology as a student. Afraid I don't recall any amphibians that would lay...
Look at the scar. Wounds.
Means nothing. Look, no swelling, no bruises.
Open the abdominal cavity.
Due warning, it will stink of rot.
Once fought a Zoogle up to my waist in sewage, so I doubt... Wait. Smells not rot.
Formaldehyde. A medical novelty. Heavily diluted, it's remarkable at preserving organic tissue. In stronger proportions, it's more destructive than acid.
Explains why there's no smell of decay, and why his throat's scalded. Look at his hands.
I'd expect so. No one could sit...
Speaking from
Yes, that of a victim. Spent a year in the...
Some other time, maybe. See the callus? See anything interesting on his legs?
His right foot. The ankle swollen. Toenails broken. He clearly kicked something very hard. Right before he...
Doesn't strike me as the...
Apologies. We surgeons...
His genitals.
I sincerely doubt they...
We'll see.
Syphilis, actually. Early stages. No
Think there could be a connection?
Only as the killer's potential.
All right.
Enlighten me, please, because I...
It's some kind of sick ritual. You saw it. burns in the eye socket.
A fire eternal.
It's a lead worth following.
Fabian Meyer. And I'm Hubert Reich, the coroner. I've come to perform the autopsy.
A student. Lifelong.
Very well, speak.
You old friend.
Hubert taught me the rudiment.
And not very well. You've still not mastered certain basic principles. For example, that a doctor's role is to treat...
You've not changed a...
A compliment?
No, a statement of fact. 30 years...
Woodcarver's body. Where was it found? It's important.
Plan to investigate? Exciting. He died in his workshop south of the market, but the woodcarver, Eustace the corpse collector, brought us the body.
Who are these people? I believe I made it clear.
You did, but...
Out of the question.
As your reverence wishes.
Why'd you cover for us?
I was covering my own arse. If Reverend Nathaniel had learned someone had entered the morgue, then... Well, while I don't approve of your willfulness, I also wish to see this murderer hang.
Thank you.
Nathaniel.
A scoundrel. A rope.
Most are scoundrels
Before he... Later, Hierarch Hemmelfart appointed him to oversee the morgue. He deals with the temple guard.
Might have told me you know the coroner.
I know him, thus I avoid him.
Don't aim to press.
Thank you. I've nothing to hide. What will you do now?
Plenty of leads. Woodcarver's workshop, the corpse collector who found...
As do I. At the hospital.
And I'll keep my eye on...
Bloody bandits! Can't go out in the streets no more!
This before they didn't used to kill women.
You Eustace, the corpse collector?
Aye? How'd you know?
Fourth sense, I think it is. You bring Fabian Meyer's body to the morgue.
Oh!
One of them? So they're...
Sure have. Beggars, street urchins, and street walkers. One went so portly.
Some things are best left unsaid. What happened to the...
What do you mean? Reverend Nathaniel ordered them.
Shame? Why? You search Fabian's...
Whoa. I
call a spade a spade.
And I call a prick a prick. It's none of your fucking...
Talk. What did you find on him?
I had... triflings, baubles, gloss-beaded wing...
That's human skin. Priscilla. Next victim's name.
What the fuck do I care what happens to some...
Get out of my sight. Now.
Oh, Lydia!
What happened here?
Monsters must have run me down. The swords in the city.
Move on.
Eternal fire protects us. Gives monsters the shits.
Anyone home?
Begone, or I'll set me hounds on ye. Molly, Striga, come!
Relax. I'm here about Fabian Meyer, looking for his killer.
That's altogether different. Sit your stupid mutts, lie down. Come on, then. Slowly now, lest they bite you.
Charming as beast.
You daft? Even I'm scared of him. A better backing dog than an evil man.
Got someone particular?
Sure as shite. As soon as they'd hauled his corpse off, I run to a meet or raise his fighting dogs. But these two mutts.
So who might you be?
The Stiff's brother. Gus is the name. We ran a workshop together.
What'll it be now? Just Meyer?
Name it. I'll be closing it down now. As soon as I find a buyer for this shack, I'll head on to Mahakam. Be near my family, or what's left of it. So, what do you want to know? What can I tell you about Fabian?
Tell me what you know about them.
'Twas like this. Had some work in Oxenford, and I was coming home. Saw a plume of smoke rising over the city. Thought to myself, see the soot stains? That's where they burned our sculptures. Folk gathered round the blick.
Talk to your neighbors. They see anything suspicious beforehand, hearing?
Claim not to.
Your brother have any enemy?
Oh, you were a good dwarf. Craftsman like no other. Took to following one in particular. He'd say, "'Tis all your fault, dirty bitch, human dish rag!" And other
Know where I can find her?
City Cemetery. She died a few days back.
Fine. We need to look around.
Be my guest. Just be...
Bloodstains.
That's where Fabian lay when they found him.
Statues of the old gods. Nothing but women. Shapely ones. Murderer dragged something heavy. Dragged something across the floor. Statues. Or dragged it from one wall to the other, repeatedly. Mind if I go inside the workshop?
I've not even peeked inside since they found Fabian. But I'll open it for you if you want.
Eyes. Humanoid. Completely rotten. More blood stains, but not near enough to say he bled to death. Unless somebody got rid of the blood. Left a few stains behind. Formaldehyde. Doubt Fabian used it. Furniture got knocked over. This looks like it was kicked. Nothing here.
Aye.
Had a look at your...
What?
Mm-hmm. The women especially.
Oh, aye. Fabian's handiwork. I told him. And still they did.
Already know what happened. Fabian was in the workshop. Murderer attacked.
I needn't know the details.
When it was over, the murderer dragged Fabian to the courtyard.
But why?
To teach a lesson. Fine. Won't learn anything.
A fine kettle of fish.
Oi, Witcher! Coroner wants to see. Told me to say the main door will be open for.
Oh.
Awful pale.
Hey, handsome.
You're scared.
Grab him!
Fucking come on! Ha!
on, come closer.
Slow to the break! Bugger me bug!
Think you'll gut me too, huh? Up your ass, deviant! Hoes can fight back!
Calm down, I'm not gonna hurt you. What are you doing here?
Getting vengeance. Well, why are you staring? Have you not heard killers always return to the scene of their crime?
I know. Here to look for clues.
Fear I can't help you much. But I can tell you...
You and Priscilla friends?
Friends? Nah. But she saw more than a stupid whore in me. Treated me with a I was looking to give up whoring. Pick up a decent trade. But none would take me. Agreed to put me in her play, you see? Lots of the other actors, they were afraid on account of her jesting about the eternal
Sorry to hear that.
You could do worse as work go.
Priscilla wasn't
Oh, dearie. This didn't start yesterday. Others have died like this before. Beggars.
Recall any names?
They didn't have proper ones. Baldy, curly, buns.
Take care now. I gotta look around some more.
Naturally. We'll stand aside, behave. But...
Oh, my head's ringing. Watch it, tramp. Novigrad's not your stomping ground.
So? What?
I gotta look around.
Natural.
A brazier. This time of year? Human. Priscilla's. Man's footprint. The murderer's, maybe. Weight on his heel. Took a step back. I know that smell. Formaldehyde. Human. Priscilla's. Murderer fled before the guards arrived. Ran this way. Trail ends here. Strange. Even I couldn't jump this wall.
Got a problem?
So?
Think I know what happened here. Priscilla fought. Someone must have heard it. Maybe saw something. Started hollering. Guards showed up.
You divined all this from a pile of rubbish and a few prints in the mud.
Do that practically every day in my profession. And practice makes perfect.
True enough. Just like I can tell right off if a punt'll pay or...
That particular skill I could use. Take care now. And I got a murderer to...
Scandalous! You kept us off the day! For fruit on where you go! What about them mines he took the wenches from Bella?
If only me man weren't forever getting tossed at the tavern.
He's an arse, not a baron.
Wouldn't mind.
will drive him off sooner or later, or he'll end like the last man who ruled the throne.
Freak.
Witcher, 'tis as though the heavens sent ye.
Buy in or...
Show me what...
So... Take it. Farewell.
We'll meet. Sir, while we're up our noses in frights and horrors, here's the sound of...
White Wolf.
Could use a... so long.
They found Margaret in the woods. Bloody something awful. Torn to shreds.
Spot.
Like to take a look.
Farewell.
Wild hunt take them all.
You!
Careful, you scab.
You must
This
sweat.
is no regret.
Have mercy! Nowadays, a witch! We may sell symbols!
Temple guard lets even you witches in here. Wonderful.
Hey, watch it.
Non-human. What it?
What are you...
Farewell.
Welcome, Master Witcher.
Geralt, right? I'm glad you're here. Held off on the autopsy till you arrived.
Nice of you, especially given you didn't seem pleased about my previous visit.
Because you came unannounced and in unfortunate company. I also had Reverend Nathaniel to contend with. Our spiritual caretaker has left the city on some important matter, and I know who you are, what drives you. I'm more than happy to aid your investigation.
By the way, you and von Gradstone...
I had him sent to prison. You see, Joachim led the student protests in 1242, a senseless and brutal revolt. People were dying, Witcher. Those who rejected liberty, equality, and fraternity would be found in the gutter. Joachim had been my favorite student, but alas, I had to do something. So I reported him. Then I left the university and found work in the morgue. Whereas Joachim... Oh, fate's ironies.
How old's von Grad's? 50? 60?
53, I believe. Why do you ask?
You look a little young to have been his teacher.
Not surprising. For years, I've lived in the cold and dark, breathing the vapors of embalming.
Who's the victim?
Joris Aquinas. A lecturer.
Any titles in particular?
It seems all the tomes.
Yeah. Not fond of
Very few people. He's cruel and capricious. Hard to be fond of.
Let's start.
Gladly. The wounds conform. Next, the killer removed the eyes, placed burning coals in the sockets.
A message from the murderer. Patricia Vegelbud.
Do you know her?
Yes. Gotta find her, now.
Till next time, Master.
What do you want?
Need to talk to Patricia Vegelbud.
You think any bum off the street can...
Her life's in danger. Let me in or have her blood on your hands.
If you thought this up...
Always thought a guard was supposed to protect...
So be it.
Oh, Geralt, what a pleasant surprise.
Not pleasant at all. I gotta see your mother. Her life's in danger.
In danger? Come now.
I'm hunting a serial killer, and I've got reason to believe your mother will be his next victim.
Why, even if it's true, our guards...
He's exceptionally cruel when he kills. So let's see how she is, just in case.
I find this all very hard to believe. Please, follow me.
A fire fit for Bellatane, except it's the wrong time of year.
I mentioned Mother seemed sad. Do you remember? In fact, she's in the midst of a crisis of faith. A rather serious one. We'd been to Novigrad. Mother had seen the pyres in Hierarch Square, uttered not a word on our way home. She had all the holy books, insignias, reliquaries gathered, taken outside and burnt. Then she locked herself in her room.
We need to hurry.
Calm and quiet. All seems to be in order.
We should go in, just to be sure.
You're relentless, aren't you? Fine. But wait here, please. Mother's certainly not in the mood for guests.
Oh! He ran out the other door! Catch him!
Spread out! Murderer's still here!
I'll break your bones!
There he is! Get him! Halt! For I put a bolt between your eyes!
Listen, you got the wrong guy.
Save your trickery, taking you to the heiress.
Well, killer's already escaped. Lead the way, hero.
We got him, Lady Ingrid. Wasn't easy, but...
Lower that crossbow before you hurt yourself. This man is innocent.
Forgive me.
Chasing him, and I'd have caught him if you hadn't gotten in my way.
Out of my sight. Oh. Mother!
Because she blasphemed the eternal fire. Only Ingrid, I know this is a hard time for you, but...
Very well. But you should be on your own. And let her be the...
Bruises, broken fingernails. She defended herself. Must be why it took him longer, and why he almost got caught. Here it is. Sweet Nettie, crippled Kate's. Won't get away this time. Same wounds as the previous victims. Examination would be a waste of time. Gotta get to crippled Kate's, fast.
Any needs, master?
Sweet Nettie, where is she?
Upstairs. But she's with a...
You're a vulgar one. Face.
The thinking custom.
Wanna bite me, Wolfie?
No one will hear you, bitch. Not a soul.
You, though? Whole town will hear you in a minute.
Yet again you disturb me, and I so dislike being disturbed. I was to play with sweet Nettie, render her not so sweet, but I shall see to you first.
What, no foreplay? No formaldehyde? Coals in my eye sockets?
What the fuck are you on about?
Murder. You killed Fabian Meyer, Patricia Vegelbud, and many others.
Bollocks. You're mistaken, vagrant.
Found a message on Patricia's body. Led me here to crippled Kate's. To sweet Nettie. If you didn't leave it, who did?
I don't know. But I see we must talk. Calmly.
Who knew you'd be here?
Strangely enough, I don't announce these outings far and wide. There's but one man who...
The coroner. Said you were busy, that you wouldn't visit the morgue. Gotta go after him.
Go. But to warehouse 12 at the docks. I shall stay here. I've unfinished...
You'll untie her, drop your coin pouch on the table, then leave here and never come back.
Yes, I will.
Good boy.
No discounts, no...
Piss.
This the place?
Greetings, Witcher.
Need a minute.
Very well, but...
Run out of formaldehyde.
I underestimated you. You almost caught me in flagrante delicto. Now you've seen through my bluff with Nathaniel. Although, you've not divined all, I see. Had you, you would have drawn your silver sword.
What are you?
A vampire. Higher, of course.
Got a reason for killing?
I thought you'd figure that out as well. The symbolism's rather obvious. Coal.
Yeah, symbolism's clear. What's not is why I've...
Should be equally obvious. I concur with the Church's diagnosis.
Tortured logic.
Yet logic, nonetheless. Give a thought to my victims. A lecherous woodcarver who'd spend his last copper on whore. They did not deserve to live. But their deaths... For you, I'm afraid it's too...
But I'm pretty good with a sword.
Pretty good. Might not cut it.
Behave, Witcher.
A deserter from the squire.
How's...
Better, right?
Yes.
Did you take care of what I asked?
Yeah. The Witcher's way.
Thank you, Geralt.
Did my part. Your turn now. Take care of her. Good care.
I will. You'll see. Treat her better than the drop.
She's talking again.
Isn't it? Professor von Gratz told me her wounds are healing faster than a troll's. Not... For now, we'll try performing as a duo. She'll play the lute, I'll sing.
Sounds great.
Yes, Geralt?
Found and killed the murderer. It was Hubert. You were right not to trust him.
I thought nothing could surprise... Thank you, Geralt.
Hubert told me...
I've not time for...
Any truth to his claim that people died during the...
I was young and stupid.
Know another surgeon from Oxenford Academy. Her name's Shawnee. Know her? Red hair, cropped short, freckles.
And a hopeless idealist. Naturally, I know her. She was my assistant for a year.
Any idea where she is now?
My gut tells me she's...
Farewell.
I like Ray. Keeps the rogues indoors.
What brings you here?
Saw your notice.
I can. The patrol...
What makes this witch...
Some brickmakers live south of here. They call their Redanians do not patrol there. You must learn what happened to this...
Need more corn.
This much, we...
Deal. I'll see what...
Good.
Come on, come closer. Anyone there? You can come out. It's safe now.
A witcher.
What happened?
Nilfgaardians came plundering, looking for valuables.
Who killed them?
I don't know.
Something stinks.
Was how it was.
Someone's paid me to dwell.
And who made that?
That's for me to know. Wasn't a fair fight. Didn't stand a chance. Thrown to the ground with great force. Internal hemorrhaging. Jaws strong enough to crush armor. Scent of blood still strong. Ought to follow it.
There's nothing there.
Tracks lead to this house.
What do you mean?
You're all still in danger, and only I can help. I'm the...
What do I know?
Listen, you. If you don't tell me everything...
There's tunnels, but...
Tunnels?
Elven ruins. We scavenge them for trinkets. We dug through some rubble. Found a chamber. The beast slept inside.
What did the monster look...
Twere dark down.
So how'd it kill the...
I ran.
Give me the key to the...
You'd go in?
No. Want to pour wax through its head, tell you your fortune. So, correct... You dug through to the monster's lair, then buried the entrance, but the beast killed the black ones and returned to its lair. You wanted to bury...
'Tis as you say. Yes.
I'm going down there. If I'm gone long, run. Barring the door, nailing it shut resolves nothing. There are other ways out of the tunnels. Gotta be. Planks can be lifted. Armor pierced. Arteries torn open. An Ekimara. Hibernated here till the villagers woke it.
Gods, he lives.
Found an Ekimara hibernating underground. It was old. Must have been asleep for centuries.
An Ekimara?
Vampire. Won't trouble you again.
You cut off its head?
Did what I had to. Don't go down into those tunnels.
You've done well, but other...
Farewell.
Come on.
Hey-ya!
Medallion's humming. Place of power. It's gotta be.
Come on.
Let's go. Turn back or go forth?
Barbarians. What brings you here?
Hear about the missing patrol. Been to byways. A vampire was terrorizing the village.
This is why they did.
Ekimari are tough.
We will bury them with honors.
Once every 3.
Yeah?
Let me see. So...
Barbarians.
Geralt fights for everything.